Hey, and welcome back to a No Hype beer review. Today I have something real special. I think I say that a lot. From a new brewery I haven't had anything from called Interboro. Before I get to the beer, though, I'm going to talk music for a bit. So if you just want the beer review, I'd fast forward to that. I was at the local brewery, the North Brewery, the other day, and a guy came in, cool dude, Jason. Big shout out to you. So he came in with some beers from these guys, and I heard him talking to someone else. He goes, "Yeah, if you guys know Def Jux Records," and I was like, "Wait, like Perceptionists and Mr. Liff and stuff." He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "What about him?" He goes, "The co-founder of that record label is a co-owner of this company." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Wow, there are a bunch of good albums on that record label." LP, who's real famous right now for Run the Jewels with Killer Mike. And he's an amazing producer. He's produced everyone from Dell to like Mr. Liff, his own stuff. And I guess he opened it with a woman who wanted to have a distillery. So they've just opened it together. And this is the first offering I'll have from them. So, like I said, I'm going to talk music for a bit. You got Mr. Liff. This is actually my favorite album from Mr. Liff, and I'd recommend the song "Live from the Plantation." Just a sick track, real poignant lyrics. He's one of the members of the Perceptionists, which is another great freaking album. From this one, I would recommend "Career Finders," and album's called Black Dialogue. That song's also phenomenal, and this is the kind of hip hop I like. It either like tells a story, something I can relate to, talk about relationships, or like that social consciousness rap, which I'm all about. LP, probably my two favorite LPs. You got this one. My favorite track is Smithereens, and this one, my favorite track is Stepfather Factory. I am a stepfather, and this song calls out shitty stepfathers, and it's just sick. I've been a fan of this one for probably gotta be a decade. Yeah, 2002 it came out, so over a decade now. I've been rocking that, and I'm a huge Dell, the Funky Homo Sapien fan, and they did put out one of his albums. I think it's one of his weaker albums, but for him, a weak album is still a strong album. And then in terms of beer, so I was a huge fan of this. I thought it was an awesome blending of flavors, but also working with Dan the Automator from Deltron 3030. I think both those albums are phenomenal. I know some people hate on the second album, but that last track, Do You Remember, is maybe my favorite Deltron album. And then probably my favorite collective, hip hop collective, is Doomtree. So I was really excited when Surly did this with those guys. The beer was just okay, but the label's sick. Good artwork. All right, so the actual beer review. So these guys' labels are freaking awesome. It's called Super Bad, Interboro, double IPA. It just looks cool. It's got everything that you would ever want to know about your beer. What's in it? What malt, all that stuff. Let's get to that side. What hops are in it? If it's got any adjuncts. Let's see if that clears up or not. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, all the hops. It's got wheat in it. So the label, just even the Super Bad is pretty freaking sick looking. All right, let's see what it looks like and smells like. Let's get it going. So again, big props to Jason. Never heard of these guys. He was raving about them. They're out of Brooklyn, and it'd be pretty cool to see, some of their other offerings, but also like what they're distilling. I really enjoyed it. The Dogfish Head brewery that they have the distillery there, and my wife and I really enjoyed some of their spirits. So it'd be kind of cool. I guess the guy who's brewing the beers is also doing the distilling, which is pretty cool. He also worked at Carton and Other Half, so like the guy definitely knows how to brew good beer. I think he was the head brewer of Carton for a while, and then just helped out at Other Half. And they knew when he was working at Other Half that he was trying to open up his own brewery, and I guess those guys were real cool about it. So props to them. Decent amount of head on that. Again, I typically pour pretty vigorously, maybe 2.5 fingers. Definitely hazy. Yeah, it's got a little sediment at the bottom, just a little, kind of like a golden color, almost like honey. Looks real nice. Yeah, what the camera's picking up is pretty accurate for this. Let's see what it smells like. Very fruity, citrus, lots of citrus, a little pineapple, some other like tropical. I hate that I keep saying generic tropical, but besides the pineapple and citrus, it's hard to like identify specific fruit. But yeah, super fruity. I'm gonna go on a limb and say I bet this is a juicy IPA. All right, cheers. Yeah, that's a little bit more bitter than I thought it would be, but in the best possible way. Um, I get honey, I get citrus, a pulp, and the fruit. Um, Actually, a decent amount of citrus, and but yeah, that it's almost like if you could like hop bitter honey. Like I'm getting like a lot of like if that descriptor makes sense. I'm getting a lot of that kind of a taste in there as well. Let me get another swig of this. Overripe pineapple for sure. A little bit of peaches and a little bit of berry. I'm gonna go blueberry. I had raspberries and blackberries earlier today. It's not that. It's more of like a little tart blueberryness. Not that this is a tart beer, but I get a little bit of that. And actually, in the finish, I'm getting a lot of lemon. Kind of reminds me of Upstate's Double, that lemon peel, lemon zest kind of a taste. Yeah, that's okay. So now that I haven't had a sip in a while, it's all that lemon zest, which is a flavor I absolutely love. Yeah, this is really freaking good. What was it? 9%, 60 IBU. So again, yeah. So I'm not surprised. Speaking of the Upstate, because theirs I think is like 30 IBU, and I'm getting some more bitterness here. Um, yeah, all those flavors, and they work so well together. Um, Okay, I kind of wish I grabbed more than one can of this from Jason because this is really good, and I'm excited to try the other one I grabbed. I can't remember the name of it, but I think I'll review that tomorrow. So Interboro Super Bad out of Brooklyn, New York. I'll try to remember to post some links in the description for some of these tracks I'm a big fan of. And thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Cheers.